Okay, hello guys. Welcome to the xsinick show. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? How was your weekend? Mine was pretty hectic. Part of it was really nice. Because I had some friends visiting me. Today we're going to not friends, family actually. But today we're going to go back into that guy that we're working on. We're going to create an eye for him and see if we could do some adjustments. I think like he needs more of a forehead because his hair is like really low down. It's really focused on his head. Maybe add some skin on him, and maybe even jump onto the girl while I'm in the hair mode and work on her hair. The developer of the hair plugin actually kind of reached out to me, one of the developers there, and he gave me some suggestions. So I'm gonna take those suggestions. Some things, while you stream, you can't really you don't really think about a lot of stuff sometimes it's more of a stream of consciousness. You guys know that, based upon the things that I say. I come on here and I might sound a little chipper, a little more together, a little more upbeat and sure of myself, but I'm far from that, right? I depend on the mercy and grace of Jesus to help me through a lot of this stuff, right? And I'm by no means perfect, but at the same time I don't want to be damaged all my life, right? A lot of people out there, they take pride, or they not pride, but they don't think, I should say, this is the right word, they don't think that they could go beyond their disadvantages. And when you look at other people in life with disabilities and learning disabilities, physical ailments, physical disabilities, they go way past whatever limitation, and they actually overcome their obstacles and stuff. Hey, you see I got a subscriber here called Off-Brand Offering. How's it going? How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the xsinick show, where we do art, and we do a lot of 3D art, a lot of game asset creation, and I also like to hang out with all those who has been I like to hang out with all those people who have been following me and who are new, and we do a lot of hanging out on Saturdays. We do drawing, coloring, but during these streams I like to answer questions, I like to chat with you. Feel free to put your thumb or your mouse or whatever you got over the video and you'll see different interaction things. You could throw like stickers on here, you could chat with me, you could do tomatoes. We try to keep the thing lively. So we're gonna jump into Blender today, and we're gonna jump maybe into the Gimp or some kind of painting program, maybe Critter. I'm here to answer any questions, and we're just gonna get at it and get some stuff going. I'm actually trying something new, guys. Just before we jump into all that art creation stuff, and just before I jump into any chatting with anyone out there, I would like to say I am trying to give out free subscriptions to people who would enjoy watching the stream. So if you really enjoy watching the stream and you want a free subscription, join my Discord and just let me know. Send me a DM and I'll give you a free subscription. I think that's a better way. Before, what I was trying to do is to just give random people free subscriptions, and I don't think everybody has. I think some of my viewers felt a little guilty because they didn't have the time to use the subscription, and I don't want to do that, right? So if you're watching this video after the fact and you want a free subscription, just join my Discord and send me a direct message on Discord and say, hey xsinick, I'm new, or hey xsinick, I've been following you for over about a year now. Can you give me, I would like a free subscription. I'll just give it to you. No big deals or whatever it is. And as much as I could give. I'm not insanely rich or anything like that, or anything like that. I'm actually I kind of need some cash, but I like giving, right? I want to give to you. I want to give any art or any time or anything like that. All right, okay. Enough ranting. Enough talking. Yeah, there's a lot of new things I'm trying to do. One of the things I'm trying to do is I want to test out streaming, not 24 hours, but pretty close to it, where, I could have something in a playlist or a queue, whether it be videos or music, and they just stream for your pleasure, right? So without further ado, let's jump into what we're doing today, which is character creation. If you look to the top right, character creation, concept art, world building, and open chat. Let's go. Oh yeah, the music's kind of loud. Okay, here we are. Hey, xsinick, how you doing? It's been a while. She hasn't spoken for a while. So xsinick, this yellow bear, if you put your mouse over, you'll see that you're able to do sound alerts. Any sound alert you do, whether it be whether it be text to voice, or any stickers, xsinick would actually, her mouth would move and she would say it. So if you want to talk with me without using a mic, you could use xsinick to do so. So just letting you guys know. All right. So what I'm here, I'm gathering assets to get into to working on that guy. So let's open that guy up. So there's a ton of problems with that guy. I think if we fix that guy, then we could jump on to fixing like the girl, and then we could get back into doing more content creation, like buildings and weapons and all that other sort of stuff, right? And of course, behind the scenes, I am actually working on the mechanics of getting all this stuff to actually be a game, you know, which is a lot tougher and a little more boring. So, and I'm not a pro coder where I could do it really quickly to keep it interesting. So I do that stuff off, you know, off stream. Anyways, guys, let's get right into it. Let's fire Blender. Let's go. Okay, we're gonna work on his eyes. But before we do that, I know the developer said I think the developer said he made some updates. So let's see if we can update the hair plugin here a bit. I'm not sure. Let's just check. Let's update that. Oh, check for update. Say I have the latest update. Oh, wait a minute. I think there was something down here. Yep. Reinstall current version. Install latest beta version, get previous version. Okay, let's see something here. Okay, yeah, I think I had to press the reinstall current version. Okay, I think he did little tweaks to it. Okay, let's check for updates again. Okay, I have the latest update. Okay, so this guy needs work, right? He doesn't have much of a forehead and all that sort of stuff. So I'm gonna jump into the working file, because this was a file where I kind of saved off. Let's jump into the working file. Right, and in the working file here, I have let's see here. Let's hide this. Let's hide this. We're gonna take it a step at a time, guys, and then we're gonna create the eyes. I just wanna like just do some housekeeping here. Okay, that's his head. Okay, let's go to the hair guide right here. Okay, so, you know, I didn't know why I didn't think of it, but you know, I should optimize this, and that's one of his suggestions. And the tool wouldn't slow down. Okay, let's go decimate. Just in the heat of trying to get it done, I didn't think of decimating it, which makes a lot of sense. Okay, I'll be right back with you guys. Give me a second. Okay, guys, I'll be right back. I gotta take a little break here. Yeah, I'll see you guys in a minute. Hey, off brand. Hi, how you doing? How you doing? Nice to see you. Okay, this part here of what's happening with it here is kind of is a little troublesome. I was wondering like what's going on there? Like something changed. So let's go back here. I don't understand what's happening. It just changed up on me. Let's go back into the hair guides. So this is my hair guides. Oh, okay, I see what's happening. Okay, so I got confused there for a minute. I could literally go back onto the mesh itself. Okay, so that's what's happening. I have a modifier on the mesh. On the actual mesh itself. So that's why that was acting kind of weird. Like this sort of stuff. I could get rid of that. You don't need anything on that. The hair already has something. My bad, guys. I figured it out. So yeah, I just wanted to make the bed a little bit fuller. There's a on this mesh should be able to hide, but it's all good. You know, we were able to kind of get past this. So if I hide that, you see it's still showing, but that's fine. You know, once we let's save this, and I'm going to do like a finalize here on this, and then let's move on to the rest of the actually making the eye. Off-brand Offspring, how are you? Okay, let's go here. So we got that. Let's bring the eyelashes back, the eyebrows. Let's finalize this here. That's the only way I could think of hiding this this underlying mesh here. I think it's out of sync somehow because I played around with it, so it's not able to be hidden like the beard. Yeah, I just made the beard, try to make the beard a little bit fuller and make a little more sense and stuff like that. There still needs to be some touching up and that kind of thing. So it's all good, you know. We could get there at some point. You know, you could do different things on there. Anyways, we're back at it here. We're trying to move on to the eyes, right? So let's see here. So let's make this. Let's finalize this. Let's see here. Here operations. Let's finalize here. Right. So we got it here over there, and we could actually hide. Let's hide the beard guide. Let's come to the hair also here, and let's finalize this part here. Finalize here. Right, and you see automatically that thing heads. So that's some sort of little glitch there. Now I'm getting these kinds of strands happening here, and that's something that you know, I could fix in mesh. You know, I'm not going to spend too much time on this anymore. Let's jump into like working on the eyes. So let's save this off. After I did that little pixel, I just wanted this beard to look a little fuller, so that's why I was playing around with the mesh there and pulling things out, that kind of thing. So let's go and save this as Returbo 2. Right? So we have the mesh that we could play with here. Okay. So let's start working on this thing. So first of all, I want to make a different map, because when you look through the hair here, it should be actually the hair color that comes through there, you know, and you could do that using textures, but I'm also using these vertex maps, which is pretty cool. All right, so let's show you what that is about. So I did that for the redness of his ears and the redness of his nose and that kind of thing. So let's use the vertex map to get like a 5 o'clock shadow and shaved hair look. So I'm gonna come in here. Let's go under these attributes right here. And this is a color, and the color is called blush. I'm gonna add a new one. Vertex. That's okay. And let's see if we could go into vertex paint. Okay, now we can see the vertex paint. So if I do something like that, you see how it turns white? So we're gonna do that for the color, and I'm gonna call this what do you call this, shaved. Right? So when you shave, you get this kind of stuff. So I'm just gonna do it on the edges just so I could kind of see, you know, where some of his shaved hair would be. We don't want any in the ears. Let's just Control Z back, make this brush a little bit smaller. Oops. Let's come here. And the thing about this, we could bake all this, right? So we're gonna try to get this to kind of be like the color of his head, more or less. We gotta do some mesh fixing up. We could fix up the mesh, get rid of some of these hairs, get rid of some of the folded hairs, all of that stuff. Just want to say a little prayer right now. I just want to pray for all those who may be sick and you know, ailing in different ways. You know, Lord, I just want to reach out to anyone out there, reach out to my friends and my family and anyone that's watching that may not be feeling well. The Lord, that Lord, you bring your healing power, Lord, and healing mentally, healing physically, Lord, also healing spiritually also. Lord, thank you for your sacrifice that you've made for our healing. Thank you, Lord Jesus. Amen. Okay, so let's go to the hair. Oh yeah, remember I said like the hair is a little bit too much on his forehead. He doesn't have much of a forehead, so let's see if we can fix that. Okay, that's his beard. That's his hair. One way we could fix it is by adding, let's see here. Let's come out of this paint mode. One way we could fix this is by adding like a lattice and then moving things into place. That's something that you could do in Blender. Let's do that. Cursor to selected. I'm gonna add a lattice object. Just grab that. Let's put that in place and let's kind of give it a rough size of what this is. Okay, we can have it in a rough thing. Now let's see if we can subdivide this up. So, you know, we have enough subdivision so we can move the peak of the hair there. Like that. A little bit more. Something like that. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Yeah, something like this I think will work. Let's merge. Let's see if this will work. Merge, let's go Control P. Lattice deform. Okay, let's continue doing this. Be right back, guys. Okay, so I think that's as good as it's gonna get as far as that is concerned. It's a concept. We could always plug like a hair texture in there to totally cover that up. So once we put like some like a hair pattern in there. So right now all this is being generated without actually any texture work. You know, so far okay. Let's get to the eyes. That was the whole point of us getting into this. I'm just gonna save. I just needed to fix a few things or try to fix a few things. Okay, let's go to the eyeball. I'm just gonna test something out here real quick. That may be a good start right there. Well, the eye is made up of 2 layers. We could do the 2 layers here for the game. For any game, I should say. Right, we have we want to do an outer layer where it's kind of a little bit shinier, and we want to do the inner layer where there's a texture of the inner part of the eye. And then there's a fluid that fills. So let's take a look at some concept art or some photographic things. So let's see here. I'm here in my texture library, and I have a human. And let's check out eyes. You know, it's good to get a few pictures of what it is you're gonna do. Alright, so I think the eye is concave, and then there's a lens of fluid, and the lens of fluid falls into that, and so it's like almost like 2 curves we want to make. So I'm going to stick with the 1 curve. I'm going to make this inner thing here concave and make that transparent. It's a little, I think maybe his pupil's a little bit big. Let's see what a smaller size pupil would look like. So go back to the image. And of course, once we put like facial expressions and stuff, we could like tone down his expression a bit. Alright, so sometimes the eye is partly occluded by the eyelid. Yeah, so maybe the bigger one is better. Let's do this. Go and get that. Let's go and grab that. It's okay. Come here. I'm gonna do this. And let's separate this as a separate thing. Let's go D. E separate. Okay. I'm gonna bulge this just a little bit. Oh, we don't actually have to do that, but you know, whatever. Let's see, grab and let's turn the. Oh, before we grab, we gotta turn that on. Grab. Right. And on the grab. Just bulge it just a little bit. Not too much. This is after all a game, and you probably wouldn't notice all of that. But just give it a little something. So this is gonna be the outer kind of skin part. That's going to be wet. All right. So for now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to just turn this to wireframe real quick. Go wireframe, all right. And then we're gonna deal with the inside part here. There we go. Fastest way to do this, I'm just gonna map this. UV map. Select everything, good. You unwrap. That's what we got right there. I'm just gonna bring in a texture. We're just gonna try to get all this done as quickly as possible. Don't mean to rush, guys, but you know, let's see what we could do during this little bit of streaming here. New. I call this eye. Technically we would like all this to be one texture, but I'm gonna do two separate textures. I'm gonna call this eye underscore pupil. Okay. And I have a bunch of textures. We're just gonna grab one of those from one of these things. We're not gonna I'm not gonna screw around too much. And we could always adjust the color and just like continue to touch it up, right? You just want to get there as quickly as possible. You know, if you saw me step away, you know, I had a bunch of little emergencies happening, you know, things that are pretty serious. So I just had to step away a bit from the, you know, from the stream here and just see what's going on and that kind of thing. Okay. Let's see here. Let's go into texture library. Let's go into human skin eyes. Okay. I'm gonna pick one of these eyes. I'm gonna pick this guy. Just drop him right here. I think that should work. Hold on. There you go. Let's just plug him right into the base right here. Okay, let's go into the UV. Just adjust this. Scale this. This view textured. Okay. Well, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna grab this guy and I'm gonna bring just kind of concave him a bit. Just invert it. One cool way you could do that is just like literally by flipping the object. I'll show you. Rotate Z. Hold on. Let's just this in the middle here, set origin. Let's go to geometry. Alright, so it's in the middle. So I rotate Z 180. Okay, let's let's bring this back. It's a quick way to do it. Alright, then I'll bring this part snap up to where this line is here. And this fluid could be, you know, you could do the fluid kind of separate as a separate thing on top, but we could deal with all those logistics after. Select everything. I'm just gonna snap. Whoa, I gotta turn soft selection, grab. Whoa, let's get the right snapping happening here. There you go. That's a separate object snapped that way. So you could deal with the level of how concave it is and that kind of thing. So let's see here. Let's do that. That's GG. So we could slide this. I'm gonna slide it up to like where the dark part is here. I'm gonna grab this and GG again. I mean, this technically could be here. I'm just gonna push it up a bit, grab. So we get a little something like that. Alright, and then I'm gonna grab the interior. Vertex. Let's bevel this. Go V. Let's go like right to the edge. Alright, let's grab Y. Let's move it back. Let's merge it. center. Right. Actually, that's supposed to be like a deep thing. So let's keep it kind of like this, and then let's scale it a bit. All right, so there's a little bit of that, not too much. Let's do one more extrude. I mean, this kind of maybe overkill for some games. You know, you just map an eyeball onto the thing and that should be fine. But for now, we're just gonna do this, and we could always optimize later. Alright, and grab. See X, Y. Let's put it all the way back. We don't want light touching that as much as we can. Alright, I'm gonna select this. I'm gonna scale this. Alright, something like that. So it's a little more on point with everything else there. Alright, the reason why I chose this color is because we could actually colorize. We could colorize this black and white pupil. Right? And of course, you know, there's a lot of touching up that needs to happen, but we're just gonna work with this for now. Alright, so this is like the outer skin. Right? And let's do the inner part of the eyeball, so it's like 3 parts. Let's come here, select that. Let's go 1, 2 like that, and delete. Right, and we can map a separate piece onto that. Let's change this into, let's make that solid. Where is the solid part of here? Let's come here. Oh, right in here. Oh, no, right back here. Oh, yeah, visible display, and let's put this back as texture. So this is the white part. And we're gonna put a separate texture on that, right? And we of course have the clear part here. Okay, what we could do right now, we could make this we can make this truly as clear as we can. So let's put this, take this from wireframe, go back to texture, right? We get back to white eye. Let's go back into shading, and let's add you know, so that's the pupil, and then there's like the cornea and the scapula, and I'm not sure exactly about all the different parts of the eye. So I'm just gonna do alter. I'm gonna put eye outer tissue. And this is just, you know, us trying to get some wetness. So I'm gonna turn up specularity on this, turn the roughness all the way down. This, you just want a little roughness like 0.1 or something like that. And you know, there's different sheens and stuff like that, but we're not gonna play with that right now. And as you can see, like the eyes gotten like real shiny there. Let's turn the metallicness up just a smidgen. Let's go 0.1 because it gives us a little more reflection happening in there. Right? The roughness, turn the subdivision down, and this is where we want like the alpha. Okay, see clear code. Okay, so what we're gonna do, because this is an EV. Yep, we're in EV, so we're going to go here and we're going to tell it that we want backface culling on this, right? And we're going to tell it that we want the blend mode to be, it could be like blend or something like that, and turn the alpha down, we get that back. Let's go back to here. Let's blur that a smidgen so we can get like a definite highlight. Okay. Specularity's up. If we do that, we get that, but we don't want that. We just want a little bit of it. Okay, and of course there's like a sheen. Oh, there's a clear coat, I remember that. There's all kinds of things to do with anisotropic, having like a second highlight on there, but I don't think we need that for right now. Okay, let's do the alpha. Let's tune that down. Let's go 0.3 in that. So all it is just trying to get rid of that alpha to make the eye look thing. So let's try different blend modes here in the game. So shadow, none. And let's try hashed. Hashed is kind of like that kind of dissolve looking. Then you have clip. Yeah, I think I'm digging alpha clipped a little bit because it's keeping. I think it's keeping some of the highlights. Let's just test this out. So if I turn the outer layer off, yeah, it's keeping some of the highlights. Let's turn the down a bit. Yeah, so we see it. Let's go 0.5 on that. That's just good enough for our guy here. Let's come back here. Let's select the inner part here, and we don't want this to be reflective. Let's turn the roughness up. Send the specularity down. So we just want a little bit. I mean, you actually want it to happen wrong here. Let's come back. Let's not do clip on that. Let's just do blend. Blend will actually give you back some of the blend, refraction pass through. And I think you could do like even like a glass shader or something like that on there. Let's see what instead of the there's a way you could get or just straight up the gloss happening and that kind of thing. Well, let's see what we have here for in Blender to help. So like a glossy shader. Let's try this. Oh yeah, and then a transparency, and then you mix the two. I think that's what you do. Yeah, so there's different ways to get this done. Let's not get caught up in the weeds here. Let's just leave it like this. I'm gonna let's see here. Yeah, if you just turn it black, it should give us that the kind of look that we want, right? Okay, just trying to look for slightly different solutions. Let's go 0.3 on that. Right, and then you could use like what do you call it? Like a Fresnel over on top of it so that the edges could, you could do a lot of stuff. So you're not going to get involved in all that. So let's come here. Let's just deselect that. So we got a little something happening there, right? Enough for like the color of the eye to start happening. Let's go back into this spot here. And let's get a color happening. All right. One good way of making that happen is adding a wrap. Color wrap. Oh, wrong thing. Color wrap. Come on, let's go. Let's do that. All right, and then you have the different colors. All right, that's the center part right there. Let's do something like that. And let's look at our concept art real quick, just to see the guy. I know you guys probably tired of seeing this guy already, but it's all good. We're just giving him a means of seeing, right? Let's come here. And then there's different eyes concepts. But anyways, let's get a concept art, characters, heroes, Commander Mathis. And let's bring up PureRef. If you don't know about PureRef, it's a way of having reference images float on top of each other. And let's get some eyes up in here. Let's get a little bit of eye work here. So we just zoom into this guy. And let's get some eyes up in here. Let's go into assets, humans, texture library, humans. Where are you? Okay, so this is an eye. We wanted a lot more realistic than what we have there in the drawing. I think this eye would represent how his, the colors of it. So let's see what we could do. Not guaranteed we could get it exact, but we could get it close, right? And then of course, once we start doing painting and all that, we can get things exactly the way we want. It's just about having a little patience and that kind of thing. Let's put this right there by his eye. So I think his eye is something like that. Okay, so the outer is, and we could probably like even straight up sample. Let's see what happens if we try. Oh, and I need an on-screen sampler, of course. Let's not do that then. Let's just do it by just looking and adjusting the color. So the highest point is this kind of yellow. The yellow kind of greenish into like, okay. Let's just mix stuff. Let's do that. Let's come in here. Set a little bit of green up in there. A kind of brownish green. Okay, so that's more yellow brownish, and that's going into like a green. Yeah, so this could get really complex, huh? Let's zoom in. Linear. What if we go B-spline? I don't know, linear feels a little more controlled. It actually is. Come here, let's do that. The edges, let's do this. As you see, like it's slightly different because like so it's like they have a lighter color and it radiates out. But see what this is doing? This is like using the lighter color and applying it, applying the lighter parts on top of each other. So like, it's all good. Let's come out of green here. Let's go back into this brown. I think there's like a blue in there and all that. The eyes, oh. Like people spend like a lot of time just working on eyes, I'm not trying to do that, we're just gonna like jump in and see what we could get going. Might be able to get it 100%, but we could add some fire. You know, like I heard about like adding like getting like fire in the, you know, in the eye and that kind of thing. Can we add like a secondary? Come a little closer to there. Let's come here. Can we add like a weird color up in there? See if we can get that blue to work. It's a bit of a stretch, but I'm gonna pull it close to the outer edge here. Let's get this outer edge all the way up like here. Get a little blue. Let's bring this guy all the way out. Yeah, I think this might work. Oh, his eyes look like crazy. Okay. Let's get some of that. Yeah, and of course there's a little bit blur. You know, the edge doesn't happen like abruptly like that. So let's come here. Let's do something like this. Let's make this. Let's make this here. Something like that. Something like white. Put it right on the edge. Oh, you see what's happening? So it's going into there. So I cannot do that. Oops, remove that. Oh. This is almost like a good debugging kind of thing. Let's get some darkness back up in here. Pure black. Let's not go that dark green. Pull it back, something like that. Let's go something like this. Bring that up. Okay, let's black hole it there. Okay, so yeah, you could do a lot of work, and then we could colorize this whole thing over again as another layer. Okay, let's see if we can add like a texture of onto the whites. Okay, I think this is cool for now in terms of the color of it. You know, we could always adjust that later. And his eyes here are like really like he's dilated like crazy here. So I went between this here and this here. I think this is somewhat okay, because if it's bright, you look like he's gasping for light here. If it's bright, you know, your eye, you know, your pupils are gonna close in more. Okay, so yeah, that's it for this. And we're gonna don't save. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna see if we get some textures for around the whites of the eye there. And yep, let's get a texture for the whites of the eye. Let's separate this as a separate thing. Come on, you could do it. What? Okay, this is acting all kinds of wacky. Okay, here we go. Alright. Let's make a new thing here. And then we could bake all these things and then have a separate layer and do all, we could do all kinds of things, right? We could do this. So let's see here. So I got this, and I'm gonna come here to see backface sculpting. Alright. Let's mark these seams here a bit so that this could open up in the right ways. Actually, I wouldn't know how this should open up, but let's try. So mark seam. Mark seam over here. You'll probably most likely delete the back here, but I'm just gonna mark seam here. Alright. Let's just go with one split from here to here. And Control E, mark seam. Okay, let's unwrap this. So texture. Let's look for a texture that we could put like around the whites of the eye. So I have some textures here. I think this one may be okay. You could do this procedurally, I'm thinking. This one may be okay. You may have to turn down the level at which it's yellow and all that sort of veins and all that. So let's try that one. I'm gonna dump it in here. And then this will kind of inform how we want to do this. And then we're going to rebake all this stuff. Okay. Just going to go U. Let's go into UV editing. Let's go to U, unwrap. Okay, so I want something kind of like concentric rings. So let's more circular. So I'm just going to see here. Just gonna undo this. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna leave this like this, and I'm gonna come here. I'll do something like this. Let's go in a half. Let's go half. Oop. Mark seam on that. Mark seam. Most likely we would not need the back here, so let's delete that. Just to kind of, you know, think a little bit about polygons. Okay, let's unwrap it. Alright, so you see what we get. Got that. Okay, that's the front part there. Let's grab this. Just gonna snap these onto each other somewhat. Snap onto vertices. Like so. Okay, we're gonna put that in the center there, and I'm gonna scale off of the 2D cursor. Okay, so you see where we're getting at here. Like so. And we can make our own map too. You know, we don't need to pull from this. You know, so we can make our own map from this. It's gonna come like this, and let's kind of take a look at the guy. Let's take a look at the guy. Let's do that. Let's see up to which part is this. Yeah, so like, oh man, he hasn't slept for like days. Scale. So bringing this into that. Let's grab this. Let's kind of do something like that. That does give it like some more of that, but his eyes are really bloodshot. Right? See what it's doing there? I think that's a little bit overkill. So we could always adjust, and we're not going to use this as is, right? We don't want to use things that other people create as is. We want to, just, kind of work our own magic on this stuff, our own artistry on this. Cursor to selected. Okay, you get that directly in the middle. Alright, I'm going to invert it. I'm going to scale. Oh, let's undo that. Let's come back into here. Scale. Okay, well, that's fine. Let's minus a bit. Okay, we're going to start scaling this scene. Actually, not that one. Let's do this one. Scale. Alright. Let's go plus a little bit. Scale it in a smidgen. We don't want so much. We could always deal with how much of this. So if we don't want it too stretchy, minus that. Scale it in. Alright. Just kind of putting everything on here. It's no big deal. You're not going to see this. Scale, and then we could always adjust and have our own map happening. Whoops. Plus, scale that in some a bit. Okay, let's go plus, scale. Let's do something like this. Scale like that. Okay, let's go minus a bit. Let's scale the last part here. Alright, just, adjusting so that we could get something quick, right? The important thing is to finish this as quickly as possible. His eyes look really red, and that's of course something we could adjust. Let's adjust that in the shading real quick. So we want to do a mix. Come here, so add. Oh, come on. Come here. I'm gonna do. Let's just type it. Search mix. Mix. There's no mix color. Alright, so in here we have the color texture, and in there we have the thing, and then we have like just pure white. So pure white is this, some of that is that. And we could also even add wetness to this. Let's add a little bit of wetness. So this already has some wetness specularity. Let's pull the roughness down a bit. Let's do something like that. Let's go 0.1. Let's go 0.2 actually. Okay, we got some of that. And then you could use this to actually start to like bump up the veins in the eye and all that sort of stuff. But let's turn down the, let's turn down how much that is there by doing the factor. Let's kind of lessen back on that a bit. Let's do something like this. Let's go 0.5 just to be a little humdrum. And then you could still come in here and you could adjust it using you don't even have to do that. You could adjust it using another color ramp. So let's try that. Let's come in, color ramp. Let's see what that does for us. Oh, you see it changes the color. But what it also does is allows us to do something like that to the veins and how much of that we're getting through there. Let's take back that a little bit. And then there's different ways to plug back in the redness of the veins and that kind of thing. But I'm just gonna come here and just do a simple this color on this. I think that should work. Oh, shouldn't it? Oh yeah, there you go. So a little bit of color on there. I think it just needs our guy needs a little bit. He's not crazy like bloodshot eyes red. Alright, you just need some subtlety. I could go to non-color data or whatever it is in here. Oh, that's probably not a good idea. Let's go back to RGB. MS RGB. That's fine. Alright, so we got that happening. Let's come back here. Okay, so we got that. So now we could kind of control a little bit of like how much is veins and stuff that we're seeing here. Let's go back into red here a bit. Oh, pink. Pinkish red. Alright. And we got a factor. Let's do that. See, we'll introduce a little bit of that redness there in the corner of the eye. Let's come here and make this a little bit darker. Oh, not that. We want this one. Oh, maybe that's fine. Probably the let's bring this a pure white. I like 0.5 on the factor there. And we could play with this and adjust this as much as we can. I think I could bring that up a bit. Bring this back a bit, bring up the veins a bit. Maybe it's a little too much. Okay, something like that. Maybe bring this up a smidgen. Pure white, this is pure that. A little bit in between. Let's just make his eyeballs pure white. Let's come down a bit. Come down a bit in the eyeballage there. Yep, not pure white. Okay, so let's see what we got here. We got this eye here, which is this is the outer part. Okay, I'm just gonna name things and then we're gonna duplicate it and give him 2 eyes. Right. Then we have call this cornea or something. No, pupil. The cornea is the white part, I think. Cornea. Gloss. I call this outer gloss. We can work on the outer gloss more at some point. Okay. Okay, so all these should be parented to this guy here, and this guy. Yep, this guy is like this. So I think this is cool for now. And we could, of course, you know, we're gonna when we start you know, once we start doing stuff to it, it's gonna be a lot better. I want to make sure that this I think that'll work. Okay, let's duplicate this. And of course, we can merge all this into one object. That's not a big. Let's do that because these shouldn't be like too much of a big stretch for Blender to be able to get into doing all that stuff. And we don't want, you know. Anyways, I'm talking too much, guys. I'm just gonna jump in and do it. My bad. Let's leave it separate for now. The right eye, let's get rid of that. Actually, let's leave that as a placeholder. I'm gonna duplicate this guy. Just gonna select hierarchy. Just make sure we got everything selected properly. Alright, I'm gonna duplicate this like so. Alright. I'm gonna take this guy and move it to here. So I'm gonna select this guy, then select that guy, and I think you should be able to shift S, shift S. Let's see, selection to cursor, selection to cursor, selection to active. Oh, what was that? Let's undo that again. Let's do it. Let's try it one more time. Select that, then select that. Go. Oh, is this, you know what's happening? Maybe this is not perfect. It is. So here to here. Okay. Selection to active. Oh, maybe it's the other way around. Let's go here to here. Selection to active. There you go. Points. Alright, so we got it in place there. This eye we no longer need anymore because now our guy could like fully see what's happening. Let's see. Let's go fade it. Let's flatten him out. Yes, his eyes like all kinds of wonky. So yeah, maybe this needs some centering and that kind of thing. Oops. Yeah, there we go. Something like that. Maybe his eyes are a little not too centered. Maybe in the game he has like one lazy eye or something. Okay, so there's several things that I think needs to happen. Like, I need to like make around his eyes a little dark, you know, and that kind of thing. So, I mean, you could continue working on a character's face forever because like that's the one thing we're trained to see like really well. And you've heard other people say that, the way that faces look, right? Let's see, straight on. Is he looking at us straight on? I think so. Let's see what the viewport this viewport camera is like. 50mm. I normally like to go 60 on stuff. Just kind of flat. It gives things a nicer feel in terms of view angle. Now we could do like a look at controller. I think. Let's do something like that just to control his eyes for fun. Let's just do a fun thing for his eyes. Let's put the cursor smack dab in the middle. Off to the side. And remember, we're optimizing. This is a whole nother. That's a whole nother thing. You know, because we don't want things like that, like exactly like this. We want to be able to optimize things. So let's see. I'm gonna go with the outer gloss. Yeah, let's go to the top view. Ideally, you want like a controller for each individual eye, and then you want one for the main eye. So let's do that, just to get some stuff happening. So we got that here. Save. All right. Maybe I make his eyes a little bit browner, and I could add like an overall brownness to his eyes. It doesn't look too weird, but let's add in like a empty. Right, and let's change the scale on this empty a little bit so it just matches up to like some kind of meaningful size for us. Okay. So this is probably like what you want to do here, right? So you want to come in here, you want to do something like this, all right? You want to give this a name. Oh, so let's just do F2. Call this eyes control, and then you want one. Then you want one for each eye. Right, but you want to like make sure these are like targeted properly to like where these each individual eyes want to look. What's that in here? I'm seeing something weird in there. Don't know what it is. Oh, you know what that is? The okay, I know what that is. So let's come here, select this again. Come here. Let's do that same trick again by shift. Select it to active. Oh, the other way around actually. Here. Here to here. Select it to active, and let's do that with this one. Here to here. Selected to active. Alright, I want to select these two back again. Grab X, Y actually, and let's pull these out. Alright, so this is one set of controls, and let's put this here in the middle. Cursor to selected, it'll go right in the middle, and then select it to cursor. Right, let's grab, let's move it out. Right, so this is going to control the two eyes, and this is each individual eye. And let's see if we can get a look at happening with the outer skin of this, which is the main things here. So I'll call this outer glass 02. It's outer glass 01. You can call it left eye, right eye, and all that. You can rename things. Let's come here. Let's see. Is there a look at controller? Let's see what controllers they have here in Blender. So it's like a constraint. Would they have called it look at? I think it's called track to. Tracking, clamp to, damp, lock track, stretch to, track to. Let's see this. Let's select target. I don't know why the cornea went all the way out there. Something not linked. Nope. Actually, it's a pupil. So cornea is there, pupil is there. Is it tracking to this? Let's see. Yeah, this is tracking. Why did that fly all the way out there? Is it not linked? Control Z. Okay, got it back. I understand. So we select this. Or is it because, okay, so the center is not over there, that's why. Let's fix that. So yeah, sometimes when you do these kind of things, all the centers have to be lined up to each other. Yep, let's get a center over there. So let's come here. Okay, let's bring the cursor back there. Cursor to selected. Okay, let's select the pupil. And let's say that to there. Let's do the same thing with this. Let's select the pupil in here. Okay, let's bring that back to there. Okay, so now we should be moving smooth. If you notice, like there's like some flickering with the outer layer of the eye and the inner layer of the eye, and that's only because like they are right now this here is on the same level as that. So what we actually want to do, let's see if we can get this happening properly. Okay, so we have the pupil, we have the cornea, we have the outer thing. So we actually want the pupil here to be linked to that. So I'm just going to select that to that. I'm going to go Control L for now. We could actually merge them together, but I'm not going to do that for now. Let's just link them. Control P is parent. That's parented to the parent object keep offset transform. Okay, so it's now parented to this. So now we could scale this. Actually, it's the other way around. We want the pupil to the cornea. Alright, just come here, parent, keep offset. Oh, why is it doing that? Pupil to cornea. Okay, here we go. There you go. So now we could scale the corners a little bit so we could get rid of that flickering. If you come here into the thing, you can see the flickering here. So let's just scale it a little bit. Something like so. Let's see what the scale is. Alright, so we're looking on the scale. Scale is 0.1 something. Let's go back into shaded. See how much of a difference. There's a little bit of a difference. Control Z that back. Let's do that again, scale. Okay, let's do that with this one also. Parent that, keep offset. So we're gonna go like 14.2. Oh, not like that. We want to go 2 on that. Something like so. Let's go back to the other one. To the cornea and this other one. Make sure this is rounded out to that 2. Okay. Alright, so we got the eyes so that it's not flickering and that kind of thing. They're a little bit scaled back, that's fine. You could select all these. Select this one, select that one, select this one, that one, and that one. So all these are selected. I'm just gonna do A and scale. Rotation, let's just do scale on this, not rotation, just leave it alone. Okay, now, if you select the outer skin, right, the track 2, select the track 2 to this. Oh, really? I don't understand, what's going on? Alright, all else fails, I'm just gonna merge it to the main one. No big deals. Let's just merge these two. J, whatever. It's the end of going back and forth. J. Okay, back on track here. Okay, so now we could take this. Alright, parent that. Parent to object. Here. People 2. Take this here and let's come to here and let's just parent that. Oh, actually we just constrain it, so that's what we were doing. It's gonna come back over here. Make sure this is people 1. what happened here? Hold on. We got this here. Hold on here. Okay, there we go. That's better. Okay, we got it. Okay, we got everything parented and everything proper. Okay, so this is tracking to this. Is it rotating? That's what's happening. That's what probably happened, is it rotated. That's fine, we could fix that. Okay. That's probably what's happening all along, but it's all good. You just come here and you just have to like just invert it or whatever it is. So let's see. Let's go Z. There you go. Let's try this one right here. To add a constraint, there's a track 2. We're gonna pick this one. Alright, that's gonna flip. We're just gonna Z in that. Alright, so when you do that, that works. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna parent these to that. So we're gonna take these two here. I'm gonna call this I underscore, this is the left eye. So L. Now control right. Let's go underscore R. Okay. Okay, so that's on this. So that's that. So let's take these two here and let's parent these to this. Do like that. Control P. Keep offset. Right, we want to parent it to that. Keeping the offset. So now we can move these things like that, and then you can move each individual eye. So, you know, isn't that like a go or whatever they call it? It's like, you know, I don't know what. It's good to try to have a little bit of a laugh. And it's like, what are you watching, bro? Like, hey, guys, thanks for giving me some eyes so I could do cross eyes and I could look at stuff. Thank you. Okay. So this is very cool. Over there, nope. Over there, nope. Over here. Let's go into shading. Now let's see what so we're in Eevee here. I'm just gonna save all our work. Make sure and save, guys. Yeah, then we're gonna go into cycles. Cycles, GPU. Let's go 64. Just add a little denoising on that. I thought we did all this already. Maybe I'm mistaken here. Let's go into cycles and let's hit render on that. It's gonna look like this. We're gonna add like a little bit of a sky in here. Let's do with the let's do the elevation. Go 60 on that. of course, let's control the strength of these things real quick. Just turn the sun off. Okay, so it's too much sky. Let's give it a little bit of sky. Okay. Oh, but let's go full screen on that. That's pretty nifty. I gotta fix that split right in the middle of his face. That's never had that happen to me before, but hey, it was the first time for everything. Hey guys, I got some eyes here. I can look from left to right. And here's looking at you, kid. Alright guys, so we're able to like drop some eyes on him and be able to control it to some degree. And it was pretty fun. I'm gonna go ahead outside of the stream and I'm gonna go ahead and fix that seam in the middle of his face. Actually add a little more texture to his face and a little more wrinkles, almost, you know, just using skin textures, right? So you wanna do stuff like that with texturing. I don't know if that might be a stream. You know, I don't know if anyone out there would like to see that, just let me know. But oh, there it goes. Oh, anyways, yeah, so you get like skin like this and all little skin things like that, and you lay it down. Some of these probably got corrupted here. You know, I'm gonna have to look up, you know. You get skin, you know, skin textures and you start laying it down. I think I have a whole library of people that I downloaded from a place called Human, I think SDK or something like that. And they have like tons of human reference, right? It's like tons of human reference. I wonder if I could find that right now. Let's come here. Okay, it's a human anatomy guide. Let's go, it should be up in here. Human models. Anyways, guys, I got a whole bunch of those things, and those things are really good reference. Face. Oh. Let's see here. Generated faces, mocap. Oh, it would help if I actually name these things properly, right? Anyways, I got a whole thing downloaded from a site long time ago. Oh, you know what? I could look for a specific name that I know is... Okay, let's come here. Let's look for Albert. Nope. Anyways, guys, yeah. So I got a whole thing from a site. Let's see if we could find that site. not human SDK. I keep forgetting the name of it. Human reference images. It's a paid for service, and I actually paid for it and I downloaded a whole bunch. Yeah, 3D SDK. I think this might be them. Yeah, this site. You know, you get high quality photographs, even lighting, and all that sort of stuff. So I have a whole bunch of that somewhere in my drive. I gotta look for it, and I use that for like texturing. I use it for reference, for modeling. You can use it for here. You know, cause the stuff is really high quality, really close up. So check these guys out. I also want to shout out all the guys. Let's do another one. Also want to shout out some of the guys who helped out. Who helped out with this guy with the hair and everything like that, make him look really good. You know, close to what it is. You know, I was kind of working for, and those guys are the guys who made the hair tool in Blender. Right, they really did help out. No, Blender has its own here, but it's mostly for rendering. But these guys right here, all right. Yeah, Bartosz Stiperk. Yeah, his whole thing. He has you know, you could get these guys on check him out here on YouTube and stuff like that. And I used his plugin here to generate this here, which is mostly like 50% of my guy's face is here, right? It couldn't done it any other way, whatever it is. And yeah, these guys did a really good job of making that like super easy and accessible without spending tons of time on it. And we all appreciate saving time on this stuff. I think he has a bunch of other like plugins here. This one, Blob Fusion, looks really interesting. I mean, I can't wait to hopefully check that out sometime in the future if I'm not like overly busy. You could do all kinds of. You can even do curly here. You know, yeah, Bartosz. I mean, those guys are great. And also, if I go onto the Discord here, I want to shout out. I think it's Jose. Let me see. I shout out a bunch of these guys on Discord. I'm sorry if I'm a little scatterbrained, guys. Yeah, I want to shout out Mr. Conseco. You know, he helped me out with a whole ton of stuff, and yeah, he helped with a whole ton of stuff, and even updated the plugin. You know, when there was little errors and stuff, and he fixed all of that, and it's stellar. These guys are stellar. So check these guys out. You know, Bartosz. You know, and check out their the Blender hair tool on Discord. Also check out my Discord, xsinick, the xsinick show on Discord. Just look me up, just type xsinick 3000 if you like, or just xsinick, and you'll see me. Yeah, so far so good, you know. Pretty cool stuff. Look at this. Look how they're able to do like plaits and braids, and then all have it converted into hair cards and tubes and all that, so you could use it for your game. I love his sculptures, the face sculptures. I think someone else did this. I think he credited that person somewhere. Just the way that they did it also inspired me to do mines a little bit, just a little bit. All right, guys. So take it easy. Hopefully I'll come on at some other point. Hopefully tomorrow, God willing. But thanks for hanging in there. And thanks for joining the xsinick show. I hope your day and your week gets better in the name of Jesus. I hope things get better. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. It's all good. Peace. Oh yeah, I want to shout out off-brand Offspring. Thanks for joining. Take it easy.
used to live in the walled city of the Consortium. You were cut away from your bodies. You can't remember because the Consortium wiped your mind. One felony conviction saves the lives of 10 citizens. Only your brain is of no use to the Consortium. As your brain is tainted. We don't know why they keep us alive. To what end? But it has been this way for generations. I had to unlock you. Otherwise you would have wandered aimlessly till your batteries failed and your brains suffocated. I chose life for you. I will always choose life. But for those of you ensnared in the illusions of the past, the mirror can tell you who you once were.
The mirror? What's that?
What is the mirror?
The mirror reads the traces of your mind. She knows your histories, your crimes.
Consortium Criminal Code, Article 1-1A, Felony, Treason. Article 1-1B, Felony, Terrorism. Crimes against the Consortium. A terrorist attack at the Tacoma Walled City. A political dissident.